assignment which I asked you to look into the conditional formatting in case of index and match. When you have more than one table, how to make sure that the tables are coming into the correct format when based on the selection. So I'm just opening the file which is there in the index and match, which we have covered day 10th. We'll use the same example for our conditional formatting. I hope everyone understood the assignment. The assignment is very simple. I've taken 4 tables based on the selections here. I should get my color here. Has anyone tried this honestly? Has anyone tried at least and got the answer? Has anyone tried? Okay, let me copy this into the next sheet altogether. Be special values, pay special column width, pay special format. Okay, so very quickly let me give this as p.1. Okay, so let me give this as p.2. Friends, define names you must know how to give little faster. There are 4 shortcuts with respect to the defined names. I'll anyway cover this. This is p.3 and this is p.4. See, if you have you are having 4 defined names. Now this is c.1. This is other Excel workbook. That's the reason I'm giving or not able to see my screen. Can everybody see the screen? Could you please confirm whether my screen is visible and my voice is audible clearly? Yeah, I think everyone could see the screen, Dhananjay. Can you please check it out? In your case, what's the issue? Okay, let me zoom in. Dhananjay, can you please quickly check it out in your case? Or else you can exit and join again immediately. So this one, let me give c.1 and this one, let me give c.2 and let me give c.3 and let me give c.4. And this one very quickly q.1. Great, thank you. So q.2, this is, if you want to do it at a time, we have a shortcut Control Alt F3. This is q.2. Instead of going into the box here, to go to the name box, we don't have any shortcut. So that's the reason if I want to give my defined name, I do Control Alt F3. So I can write here q.3 and this is q.4. Friends, if you observe, the defined name scope can be the workbook or can be only worksheet. When you put worksheet, next time whenever you're trying to give the defined name, it will give you sheet 1 and q.4. If you go to the next sheet, still you can keep the q4 as a defined name for that sheet because this sheet and that sheet both are same, both are different. When you give a workbook as a defined name, wherever you are into which sheet, if you click q.4 in the name box here, you will go to that defined name wherever your defined name lying. Okay, that sheet. So make sure that, okay, these all are the basics you are aware. So when I take this, now what I'm going to do, I'll take the product. Okay. Okay. Name already exists on destination sheet. Okay. Cancel. So what it is trying to take, it is trying to take 1, 2, 3, 4, fine. It is trying to take A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, fine. It is trying to take Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Now it is exactly saying, Sharon, I'm trying to take the same defined name. Do you want me to get here? Okay, for which I'm just trying to give the confirmation. That's all. So this is the way Okay, we did the index and match. Now let me save this and let me close this. Now I'll use this data. Now the question which I asked you, if I select the data based on my selection, I should get my answer. Okay, based on the selection here M2, N2 and O2, my value should get highlighted here. Okay, so I already told you yesterday what functions you need to use, and I have given the clue also. No problem. Now what I'll be doing, I'll just take this here. Okay, now friends, first let me explain you the conditional formatting. One of the very important thing with respect to the formatting. For example, I have a couple of random numbers are there. Okay. When you ask Excel to give the conditional formatting, there are so many options. You can find the conditional formatting here, right? Easily spot trends and patterns in your data using bars, colors, icons to visually highlight important values. So these all are ready-made options. Because it's the number, you can simply ask the question, I want to highlight greater than 7,000 or greater than 1,000 or greater than 6,500. You can do whatever you want. Now, here also you can tell to Excel whatever the color you are looking for. If you are looking for some custom color, once you click custom format, that will take you to the format bar. Here you can select the color. Okay, this is one option. So you can do the here you have greater than because it's a numbers. When I go here, I can even ask the question less than, between, equal to, text that contains. For example, if it is a text, for example, so much of text is there. Let's say Saran, Kumar, Arun, Babu, okay, RG Verma, anything you can write, Arjun Reddy, Narendra Modi. When you select this, okay, I want to select now, go here, highlight the cells, text that contains, let's say, AA, no, nothing is there. A, okay, if you have put A, everywhere A is there. If I put R, everywhere R is, if I put R, A, only at two places R, A is there. Other than that, in every place R is there. If I put B, everywhere, in this case, B is there. Only those things will get highlighted. It is exactly like a number. So when you put date that occurring, for example, when you are trying to take the date equal to rand between date of 2010 1 1, date of 2018 12 31st. So I've taken this date. Now let me put this into the date format. Okay, now I'll just go to conditional formatting, highlight a date occurring. No, you are having so many options. Obviously, the same thing even you can find it. See, you must understand here logically couple of things. When you have the functions like a text related, maximum text related will have 3 to 4. What are they? Text that contains, text that begins with, text that ends with, text that equals to, text that is not equal to. Okay, maximum for the text related you are having this. You cannot use any other thing. You cannot use a greater than, you cannot use a less than, you cannot use greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and so on. The same thing you can find n number of places in the conditional formatting. In the filters also you can find the same filters. If you go to the text filters, these are the things which you can find. When it comes to the numbers, what maximum may be there with respect to the numbers, equals to, not equals to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Friends, why I am covering this? Because by looking into the number, text and date combination of data, you must be knowing at what time you should use what type of feature. So conditional formatting, filter, and even data validation also, less than or equal to, uh, then uh, top 10, bottom 10, or else top n instead of 10. It can be n number of items. Top 10 values, bottom 10 values, bottom n values, above average, below average, then top n percentage, bottom n percentage, then top 10 value, bottom 10 value percentages, then unique value, duplicate values. Even for text also, we are capable of knowing whether it's a unique value or duplicate value. See, for numbers, these many operations you can do with respect to the conditional formatting, or even if you go to filters also, you can get the same. But for the dates, you are having n values: yesterday, today, tomorrow. Then again, for all these things, greater than or equal to yesterday, greater than or equal to today, greater than or equal to tomorrow, less than or equal to yesterday, less than or equal to today, less than or equal to tomorrow. N number of things. Last year, if you want to highlight the last year values, this year, next year, last month, this month, next month, next month, last week, this week, this week, next week. You are having hundreds of items with respect to the dates. That's the reason I told you on the first day, when you have the data which is having the text, numbers, and date is more powerful. Date is giving us a lot of scope for the analysis. Date gives the user lot of scope for the analysis, because date is having so many components inside, including years, months, days, weekdays, working day, lot of things. So many components inside. Then numbers gives us better scope for the analysis, because numbers are ordinal in the nature. You can compare the number. Ordinal in the nature means we can compare the numbers. Then finally, text. Then text give us limited scope for the analysis, as we cannot compare text. Yes or no? The only two logical operators we can use for the text is equal to or not equal to. The only two logical operators we can use for the text is equal to and not equal to. That's all. Okay. These all are basics. Wherever you have the data, you can use that. Now what I'm going to do, I'll take the data which is there in the conditional functions. Okay, I'll copy paste the data so that I'll show you in the filter how exactly it works. This data, I'll take it, Control C, go to the home, Control V. Okay, now let me close this file. Now friends, if I go and give the filter, what is a shortcut to give the filter? Alt D F F. I think we are not updating the shortcut these days. Did I covered F3 related? Yeah, these all are defined names related, friends. These all are very important, which are relating to defined names. So Alt D F F. Is there anywhere I have covered? No. So 26th shortcut, Alt comma D comma F. This is for to get the filters. D means data, F means filters, one more F means autofilter. Okay, so as I told you, Excel is still using 2003 shortcuts. So in 2003, under the drop down, there is a sub drop down names filter. In that, one more drop down names autofilter. So that's the reason when I'm trying to put Alt D, are you finding here on top there is a small message box? Continue typing the menu key sequence from the earlier version of Office or press escape to cancel. If you still want to use 2003 shortcuts, this is the best method. So now let me put the filter Alt D F F. Can you tell me if I want to remove the filter, what is the shortcut? Anyone? Anyone, can you tell what is the shortcut to same thing, Alt D F F. Okay, this is for to get the filters, even to remove the filter also the same. For example, already I filtered a particular item. If I want to clear the filter, Alt D F S. Okay, so same thing. Now sequence will change. Alt D F S. Okay, to clear the filters from filter data. Okay, simple. Check it out, everyone. Alt D F F to get the filter, Alt D F F to remove the filter. Let's say I have given the filter and I have selected something out of this, then Alt D F S, you can remove the filter. Okay. Now friends, as I told you, if you observe out of this column, majority of the data is belongs to the text. So obviously you will have the text filters here. If you observe what are there in the text filters, equals to, doesn't equals to, begins with, end with, contains, doesn't contain. Exactly the same thing I told you here. Okay, see, that contains, that begins with, ends with, that equals to, that doesn't contains. Now, because those all are the text filters, right? Now, if I, this is also text, majority of the values are text. So again, you will get the text filters only. Wherever in Excel you have a text filter, this is the only sequence. Okay. For example, date. As I told you, date filters are there. Then you'll have so many options. Just check it out. Equals to, before this date, after this date, between these 2 days, tomorrow, today, yesterday, next week, this week, last week, next month, this month, last month, next quarter, this quarter, last quarter, next year, this year, last year to date, or else irrespective of the year, quarter one values, quarter two values, quarter three values, quarter four values, or else irrespective of the year, month wise values, and so on. If you want, you can customize here whatever you want. Okay, you can just select the date from the calendar. Based on that, that comes automatically. If anyone having any question, please let me know. Okay, I just disconnected from here. Okay, just to give you this concept. Now what I'm trying to tell, based on your data, whether these things, whatever you need to use, that will change. These all initially for the numbers, this is for the text, this is for the date, this is for anything, because duplicate value can be anything, right? For date, there are so many options like that. Now top values, as I told you, top 10, top 10 percentage, bottom 10, bottom 10 percentage, above average, below average. This can be only used for the numbers, right? These all are the ready-made options. If you want to go a couple of other small options, for example, for this data, I wanted to apply the data bar. So what Excel does, Excel takes the average of this entire range and based on the average, it will apply these bars. It can consider at the back end, we can even customize. We'll get to know how to customize these things. But by default, it is taking some average and it is having some percentage at the back end. If it is more than this percentage, this is what the color and so on. So these all are by default colors. If you want, you are having, you can create your own color. These all are gradient. Okay, probably it is becoming dull when it comes to the higher number. Okay, these all are solid. Okay, so existing numbers will not change. This is just the format which we are giving for the data cells. Now this is what the color scales. Okay, color scales sometimes define as how the numbers are scattered. See, if you observe here, very thick color. Okay, if you observe here, thick color is having lower number, light color is having higher number. But this is the other way around. Generally, we have thick color is the higher number and lower number is the light color. It is based on person to person, how the person understand and based on organization to organization. This is what the icon sets up. So if I just check it out, automatically icons will come. Again, these all can be customized. Friends, till now whatever I have covered, these all are ready-made options for which you need not to do anything. You just need to select the data and you can create and click items whatever you want. Now if I want to create my own, just go to the new rule. Just now whatever we have seen, all you can find here. Format all cells based on their value. Okay, so here we are having, if you want 2 scale or 3 scale, data bar we had there and icon sets we had there. In that, what icon you want, you can just select it out of bunch of icons which are available here. In that also, green color should come from where? That must be, earlier it has taken exactly 3. Okay, 0 to 33, 33 to 67, 67 and above. Now if you want to change it, only 90 plus above, I want a thick green. Then till 90, I want yellow color. Till 50, I want a different color. Based on that, it will show. Or else you want to show only icon. You don't want to show the numbers. Still, you can do that. Or else if you want to reverse the order, just click it. Automatically, it will reverse. Are you finding the lights are reversing? So this is what you can customize. Then cell that contains, here we have so many options again, between, not between and so on. You can again customize. You can go to format and whatever the value you want to give, you can give it. Cells again, as I told you, top and bottom. Sometimes it may be 10 or 20 or 30. So n value. And this is a percentage. Sometimes I don't want absolute numbers, I want percentages. This is a format one. So format based on above average, below average, equal or above, equal and above, first standard deviation above, and so on. So many options are there. This is if you want to select the unique values or duplicate values. If you want to select unique values, select which format you want or else duplicate. Okay. Till here, whatever there the options ready-made, the same options appeared here. Today's session is entirely based on the third one which I'm going to cover. What is that here? Out of this is the one. Okay, sorry. Yeah, this is the one I'm going to cover. Okay, so Control C, Control V. Use a formula. Very important. Concentrate for next couple of hours, couple of minutes, please. If you observe here, okay, conditional formatting. Let's go to new rule. Use a formula to determine which cells to format. We call it as a custom conditional formatting. That means we can create our conditional formatting on our own based on the formula. The very important piece you need to understand, Excel is asking me a formula to determine which cells to format. So now let us read further. Edit the rule description. What is that? Format values. Excel is telling, okay, user is telling to Excel, format values where this formula is true. That means, what is the indication here? Whatever the formula we need to write here, the formula must give you the result either true or false. If the formula result is true, then it will apply the format what you are taking. If the formula result is false, it will ignore. The very important remarks you need to understand. What is that? There are two things. Use a formula to determine which cells to format. Use a formula to determine which cells to format. Friends, I'm going this one little slow because the same option is there in 3 places. Okay, that's the reason why I cover those features. You feel this is very simple. That's the reason I'm going little in depth of this. So use a formula to determine which cells to format. That means we can format a cell or range based on the formula also. Now, when it comes to formula, what type of formula we should enter? What type of formulas we should enter? What type of formula we should enter? We should enter the formulas. We should enter the formulas that must always results Boolean values. Means true or false. Okay, if the result of the formula is true, then what will happen? If the result of the formula is true, then let us read this. If the result of the formula is true, format values where this formula is true. Excel format the selected values. If the result of the formula is false, Excel ignores the format. Very simple. So here at the end we need to understand whatever the formula we should write, the same formula the formula must give you the result either true or false only. Now the question comes, in how many instances, in what instances the result of the formula, can you tell me the answer for this? Formula is true or false? In what instances the result of the formula must be true or false? If we use logical operators, or else in case of logical expressions. In case of logical expressions, that means if we use logical operators in the formula, yes or no? If I use equal to, not equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, the result is always true or false. In case of exact function, this is one of the text function. In case of and are functions, in case of and are not functions, in all these cases your result is either true or false. In case of, there are a bunch of functions where your result is always true or false. In case of following information functions, what are they? Is number, there is a function. Is text, there is a function. Is logical, there is a function. I'll cover all these functions now itself, so that with the process you can learn. So is text, is logical, there is one more function. Is blank. These all are the questions I'm asking the Excel. Let me explain you these functions a little elaborate. Is formula, is odd, is even, is ref, is uh, error, is err, is na. See, these are all bunch of the functions which gives you the result either true or false. Is non-text. Actually, this is not required, but anyway, they are covered. Okay, so these functions we call it as a information functions. If you go to the category of the formulas, in that if you go to the more functions, in that if you go to information functions, these are I am talking about. Is blank, is err, is error, is even, is formula, then is odd, is na, is non-text, is number, is logical, then is ref, is text. I think I've covered everything. What these functions are talking about? These functions, just now if you observe, these all are part of the information category. That means 10 is there, here, 10 is there, here, 40 is there, here, uh, true is there, here, space is there, here, equal to 10 plus 10 is there, here 40 is there, this is also 40, this is equal to a1. Okay, for example, this is equal to a22, then this is equal to 10 divided by 0. This is also equal to 10 divided by 0. This is also equal to 10 divided by 0. Now I'll ask the question, is this number, what is the answer? If it is number, true, otherwise false. Now you put other than number, true. If you enter, false, because it's not a number, it's a Boolean value. You put a, it's a false because it's a text. Okay, so is text, false. If you put a Boolean value, false. If you put 10, false. If you put ABC, yes. If you put single quote 500, yes, because it's a text, right? Is it non-text? Is non-text. True, because it's not a text. So is logical, equal to is logical. That means logical means, is it a Boolean value true? Is it a Boolean value? This is also true. Is it Boolean value false? Because this is not a Boolean value. Now, is blanks very important function, because many a times when you're trying to take the data from different applications, some of the cells looks blank, but those are not exactly blanks. Yeah, friends, sorry. Some of the cases, some of the columns looks blank, but those are not exactly blanks. Just to know whether is there any content or not, you can use a function is blank. In this case, it's not blank because there is a space. If you remove the space, it's true. Is formula, is formula is basically whether it's having a formula or not. Let's try this. Is it having a formula? True. If not, false. For example, 10, it's not a formula, false. This is where you can use it, when you have a bunch of formulas, you sometimes what people does, whenever they want to put their constant value, they remove the formula, they put absolute value. In those cases, how do you know that which cell is having a absolute value than the formula? Then you select everything, then you write a formula in the side column, is formula. Wherever false is there, that means it's not a formula. Excel is telling us, is this an odd number? Is this an even number? Very powerful functions. These functions looks very simple, but there is a lot of purpose for these functions. There is one more function, is ref. Is it a reference? For example, equal to is ref. Is it a reference? Yes. If you observe, equal to a22, it's a reference. Now 10, is it a reference? Yes. But for 10, why it is true? Okay. ABC, is it a reference? Yes. Or maybe column number. Oh, then X, Y, Z. Then Z, Z, Z. I'm just surprising. I'll just check it out. Is ref. Oh, maybe if I put a, It's false. See, this function is basically when you are trying to put a reference here, the answer is reference. When you put any other than reference, it's not a reference. Is it 10 is a reference? No. Is it A is a reference? No. Okay. Now you must be very careful. Let's come back to the basics. In Excel, not available error is one of the genuine error that comes in a normal cases also. Let's say n backward slash a is a genuine error. What is the meaning of it? Means NA even appears without mistake of the user. Where NA will come? NA comes in case a value is not there in the master list. Can you give me an example where NA will come? Match function, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, then mode function. In all these cases, you will get NA. If the value you are looking for is not there, NA. So that's the reason Excel always separates NA error with other errors. Because other errors means there is something wrong. NA error means genuine. Sometimes it comes very genuine cases also. So that's the reason. Is it a NA error? Is NA means is it a not available error? This one other than not available error. Is ERR means other than not available error. If for example, if you are trying to put backward slash NA, it is false. Because is it other than not available error? No, it's not available error only. Is error means any error. Okay, I hope you got any error other than an error, an error. Okay, so friends, I'm covering this little elaborate because now let's come back to our conditional formatting. What I told you, in what instances the result of the formula is true or false? Only in these cases. In case of logical expressions, in case of exact function, in case of and, or, not functions, in case of the following information functions. If it is true, then it will give the formatting. If not, it will not give the format. Now friends, the same thing let us try to see in three cases. Conditional formatting based on the formula. Yes or no? Conditional formatting can be ready-made or based on the formula. Then advanced filters I'm going to cover tomorrow or day after tomorrow session. Filters, we all know it, how to make the advanced filter. In advanced filters also, based on the formula, we can do it. Then data validation. In the case of custom data validation, it is based on the formula. It is like this. This is a data validation, right? If you go here, custom data validation, here also you need to write the formula. In all these cases, data validation hyphen custom. Okay, so in all these cases, if the result is true, okay, let me write. In all these cases, the formula must result either true or false only. Okay, only in bold. You cannot write whatever the formula you want. Now let us look into this. If the result is true, what will happen? In case of conditional formatting, if the result is true, Excel will apply the format, whatever I am going to give. In case of advanced filter, Excel will extract the data. In case of custom data validation, Excel will allow the user into the cell. If the result is false, I'll connect all these three, okay, after the conditional formatting based on the formula, so that you'll get to know the difference. In Excel, all the time, we need not to learn individual things. When we are trying to connect the concepts together, then everything looks so simple. So Excel will apply the format that in the case of true. In case of false, Excel ignores the format. That means it will not apply. In case of this, Excel ignores the data. In this case, Excel will not allow the user into the cell. So if you learn one concept, remaining two concepts are bonus to you. That's the reason I'm going very elaborate here. Here I'm just trying to tell formula true or false and where we can use this. Okay, now let's go to our example. This is actually for filter. This is actually for text versus numbers versus date. State. And let's go here. This is just to understand examples. Now let's come to the case study. Now out of this entirely we understood that whatever the formula which I am going to give in the rule, that formula must give me the result either true or false. Now what I need to do, I have to select this area first, because in this case, what is the method I'm going to follow? I will give the conditional formatting for individual items. Obviously, right? You cannot select entirely because Excel doesn't know how to apply the formatting. So even you can do this, but you need to write probably very lengthiest formula. So than that, what we do, we'll take only one formula, we'll just try to copy paste for every table. Now, what is my intention? If I put one here, I want to, my formatting should happen here. Friends, I request everyone to keep in mute. I think one or two members are not in mute. Aditya, could you please keep your, yeah, great. So I'll select this area. I'll go to the conditional formatting. I'll go to the new rule. I'll click this use a formula to determine which cells to format. Now I'll write a formula here in such a way, if this formula is true, the values will be colored based on this formula. Don't confuse. We'll go one after other slowly. Now, writing a formula in the small box here, okay, is very confusing and it's not very visible. What I'll be doing for the time being, I'll write the formula. Okay, consider that this is nothing but your this one. Okay, first if I can get the colors here, then the same formula I'll go and I'll apply here. As simple as it. Try to understand. Now this area is as if your Q1 area. Now what I have selected 1 E Q3. That means this is my Q1. Sorry, this is my first table. In that A, B, C, D, E, right? In the E row, now which column? Q1, Q2, Q3. This one should be in, okay, this one has to be colored. Remaining cells should not be colored. Yes or no? Do you agree with me? Yes. Now, first of all, what I'm going to do, let me put everywhere true. Now, what is the meaning of it? Every cell is having true. Now, if I go and apply the conditional formatting, for which area you want to give the formatting? For the same area. I selected the same area. Now, I'm just trying to refer to this cell. Try to understand. From here, next 15 minutes, the topic is very important. Everyone, please concentrate. What I have done, I have selected this area because I want to have a color to this area. I'll just go here. I'll keep the new rule. Let me select this. Use a formula to determine which cells to format. I'm writing the formula here. What is the formula? I select this. Even this also I can write, right? The result of the formula is true only. Okay. Now if the result is true, then go on format like background color fill with green, then font put it bold, then put this in a white color font. This format will come when if the result of the formula is true. That means if this cell is having true, then only this format will come. If I click OK, what will happen? Wherever true is there, this format will come. Check it out. Yes or no? Now the question, if I put false, put in the chat box, still the color will remain in this cell or not if I enter. Let the class be little interactive now. If I enter, do you think this cell will have the same color or it will remove the background color? Anyone? I'm just trying to write the cell. Same color? Tarun. Same. Why? Because it's a false, right? If it is false, ignore the format. You are giving the correct answer only. But why same color? Can anyone tell though it is false? If it is false, false, false. Can anyone tell the reason why this is same color? Format already applied. Correct. You should get the point here. I have applied the format. But that format will apply only when, check it out. Excel will apply the format if the result is true. Excel ignores the format if the result is false. In this case, the result is false, right? Okay, you must understand carefully. We have given the condition before changing the value to false. No. Tarun, the advantage of the conditional formatting is same. Even after applied the condition also you can change it. Okay, you should get the point here. Now if I change this value, everywhere it will remove the formatting. Check it out. If I put a true here, everywhere format will come. If I put a false here, everywhere format will remove. I did a small mistake. Okay, intentionally, I thought someone will help me, but check it out. Now, since in this area already conditional formatting is there, so you need not to go to new rule now. Why? Because this will become a new rule again. So what I'm going to do, I'll go to manage rule. Now from the selection, if you see, this is the only rule we have. Now let's go and edit. Friends, if you observe, what is the reference I have taken? $M$4. That means what is the active cell now? Now this is what the active cell, I want Excel to look into this cell value. If this cell value is true, apply this format. False, don't apply the format. Now Excel will go and try to apply the conditional formatting for the next cell. So N4 will become M4 will become N4 at the back end. But even for N4, Excel will look for the M4 value only because you have given a dollar symbol. That's the mistake here. If I remove the dollar symbol, now what is the meaning of it? For the active cell, look for the value which is there in M4. When the active cell is becoming N4, automatically take this also N4. If this is becoming O4, take this one also will become O4 and so on. Now let me click OK. Now let me apply this. Wow. Now you just do this. Select everything true. Now false because it's a false. 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 Wherever you want, everything is false, otherwise true. False. Or else this is true. This is true. Till here, if you have any question, please let me know. I did nothing. I have just taken true and false here, for which I am giving a conditional formatting. Now let me go here. Let me manage the rule. Now I have taken this reference. Till here, if you are clear, then we'll go ahead. Otherwise, we'll stop for 2 minutes. Are you following me? Okay. I assume everyone are following me since you did not confirm other way around. So now let's come back to this. Now everything must be false. Now if I want to follow this condition, which cell must be colored? EQ3. This cell must be colored. If this cell must be colored, what is the result this cell should give? True. Yes or no? Now what I need to do, I should write a formula in such a way so that this cell will become a true. I think my problem got solved. Now let me remove this. Friends, here three conditions it has to satisfy. All three conditions has to satisfy, yes or no? If you want all the conditions to be satisfied, what is the function we have in Excel? AND function. Equal to AND. I think I have covered AND elaborately. Logical test 1. This has to be true. First condition must be what? If this is equal to 1, then only my result is true. See, this entire coloring should apply when? Friends, the coloring should apply here when it is equal to 1. If it is not 1, then I should not color. If it is not 1, what is my answer here? False. Even a single argument is false. My AND function results me false only. If it is 1, this result is true. If this result is true, can you say that AND function result is true? No, because other conditions also has to be true. Till here, if you have any question, please let me know. So one condition I have given, another two conditions I should give. What are they now? Concentrate. Now I should ask the Excel, check this, whether this left column is equal to this. N2 is standard. Wait. Okay. Just wait. I'm sorry. N2 I should cover in double quotation. Now the advantage of this is, now I am cross checking. Check it out whether A is equal to E. Okay. But the problem is, whenever I copy and paste towards right side this formula, okay, in the next column, A4 will become B4 because I am moving to the next column. Then it will cross check whether this B4 value is greater than or equal to E, which is wrong. What I need to do, I have to give the dollar symbol for A. I told you on the first day or second day, the cell references and types. I hope everyone understood this logic. If I don't give the dollar symbol, what will happen? Then when I move, let's say if dollar symbol is not there, when I copy this formula and paste into the next column, because I am moving my column, A also will become B. Then Excel will cross check this cell value with B4 value, which is wrong. Though I am going towards right side, I want to always cross check the value which is there in the A column. Now, comma. Now I should also cross check the quarters, right? Cross check the quarter is equal to this value. Anyway, O2 should not change. Let me give the dollar symbol. But there is a problem here. If I copy this formula and paste below, this B3 will become, I'm sorry, this B3 will become B4, which is wrong. That means it will cross check this one with this value. So what I need to do, even if I copy this formula and paste below, I don't want my row number to change. Let me do the dollar symbol. I have just taken simple three formulas in the AND function. I already covered the AND function. What AND function results? If every value is true, then only my AND will be true. If any single argument is false, my result is false. Now let me just enter the formula everywhere. Check it out. How this is true? Now let us try to cross check. Okay, now in this case, let us first see, is this equal to 1? Yes, this is true. Is this equal to E? False, because A is not equal to E. Then, is this equal to Q3? False, because Q1 is not equal to Q3. So, this is false, this is false, my answer is false. Now let's come here. Check it out, whether is it equal to 1? This is always true. Okay, now is it equal to E? Now I'm trying to compare with B. Is B equal to E? False. Is Q1 equal to Q3? False. This also, C is not equal to E, false. D is not equal to E, false. E is not equal to, E is equal to E, true. Wow. This is true. This is true. But two are true. What about the third one? Is this equal to Q3? No, it is Q1. It is false. So see, even though one argument is false, my result is false. This is also false. Why? Company is not matching, quarter is not matching. Now let's come here. Is it true, false? Why? Company is not matching, quarter is also not matching. Both are not matching. Though company is matching, E, but quarter is not matching, Q2, Q3. Now let's come here. Same thing, let's go here. Now all are matching. Is this equal to 1? Yes. Is this value equal to E? Yes. Is this value equal to Q3? Yes. All are true. My result is true. If this is true, it will apply my conditional formatting that if my entire result is true, then give me, okay, M4 is true, then I'll apply this format. That's all. Now I think almost my job is over. Now there is a problem here. You know what is the problem? Now friends, let me put 2 here. Now can you tell me what will happen? Everywhere false. Why, friends? Can you tell me why everywhere it is false? Because even a single argument is false, my entire result is false. Correct, right? Then, so even in this case, E is matching, Q3 is matching, but unfortunately 1 is not matching. That's the reason it is false. So why I am giving this condition? This entire formula must apply if it is only 1, right? Now let me keep 1. Wow. Is this over? No. Why? Now if I keep all, if it is all, it has to select this entire column. Yes or no? But it's not selecting. Color is not coming. That means which is wrong. Hey, why in this case everything is false? Can anyone tell? Because nowhere A column, this left column will match with all. So here it is false, 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 false. But here, first of all, my fundamental question, if this N2 is equal to all, am I need to cross check whether left column must be equal to this or not? No. Simply, I should write true. Now I'll write a simple if function. If this cell is equal to all, this is like our yesterday's index and match function. If this cell is equal to all, am I need to cross check like this? No. Directly take true. If not, then only cross check. Wow. Now if you observe carefully, because it is all, by default this is every time true only. Okay. Now this is 1, every time true. This is also every time true. Now let's come to the third logic. Now the third logic, also there may be all letter. I'll write this formula. If again cross check whether this cell is equal to all, then true. If not, then 0. If not, then use this sequence. Use this comparison. Right? Now we'll go one after other. Friends, this is the first logic. This is second logic. This is third logic. First logic everywhere true in this selection, correct? Because M2 is a dollar symbol. So I freeze this, it is always 1. Is this true everywhere in this case now? Yes, because if N2 is all, directly I want true. I don't want comparison. Very good. So true, this entirely true, right? This entirely true. Now let's come to the third one. Now what is the answer for this? Is it true? No. Why? Because this is not all. If it is not all, I should go to the false condition. What is a false condition? Now I need to cross check the top row whether this is equal to Q3 or not. In which instance it is Q3? In the third column it is Q3. So this is true, all remaining are true, true, all other remaining true, true, company and product is also true. This entire column is true. Now just enter. Okay, I know if you have a thorough basic concepts, then only you can understand this. But don't think that this is complex formula. This is not a complex at all, because if function and functions are not complex in the Excel. I just spend, now my assignment is over. Now what I'm going to do, put all. Now what happened? This is anyway true. This is, if it is all true, this is also all true. So true, 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 everywhere true. Now for example, wow. Now what happened? True. This will become true only in the fourth row. This is anyway true. So all are true only in this fourth row. Now, if I put 2, no, it will not apply. Why? Because I'm trying to select the second table. This belongs to the first table. Friends, I'll just show you the formula for 1 minute, 2 minutes. Please spend some time and start looking into the formula. 2 to 3 minutes quickly. Let me go ahead. Now what I told you, this entirely is actually belongs to the first, this one. So I'll just copy this entire data. Control C, this entire formula I'm copying. Now I'll go and I'll select this new rule, because I want to have a formatting that must apply, not here actually, here. Format values where this formula is to Control V. Now go here, go to the fill, select the yellow color, green color, bold, select this white color. Let's click OK. Let me click OK. Done. Now don't look here. Now you can directly look into the content. Now this is B, this is Q2, this is all, this is all, this is maybe Q2, right? Now if I put 2, it will not apply. Why? Because this is selected a second product, nowhere relevant to the first product. Now the same thing. Now can you tell me what changes I should do for this formula so that this can be applied for the second table? Now I should ask the question. This should apply if it is equal to 2. And I should cross check the top row, top row of this. Okay, so don't confuse. I've changed the 2 here. Now this I need to cross check. Sorry, this I need to cross check with this, right? This I should cross check with this. That's all. Now if it is 1, it will not work. Why? This is for 2. If it is 2, it may work. Check it out. It's not there. That's the reason it's not coming. See, Q4, all, then Q2, Q3, and so on. Now this formula, what I need to do? I should copy this, Control C. Now I should go here, Alt H N, sorry. So I'll Alt H L N. I'll just go here, Control V, format. I'll just go to fill, green color, font, bold. Now let's go here. Let me click OK. Click OK. Wow. Now this is for 1, this is for 2, this is for 3. Why nothing is coming? Because that's third table. Can you tell me what are the changes I should do for the third table? This is 3. And instead of this left column, third table left 1. Instead of this top row, third table top row. That's all. See. And so on. Now what I need to do? Let's copy this data, this formula, control, go here. Now control, sorry, Alt H L N. I want to go for new rule, Control V. Let's go to format. Let's give the bold. Let's give color of this. Formatting applied. One sec, I had to follow your question. Okay. So, what is the question, Sudhir? Formatting applied when one cell results true in that range. Correct. At the back end, the result of this cell is true. See here, for understanding, I kept directly formula in this cell and directly I referred this cell into the conditional formatting. But I cannot do this here because here already my original data is there. So this entire formula directly I kept into the formula bar of conditional formatting. I could not, I hope that I understood correctly. So then you can speak. You can just unmute and speak. What is your question exactly? Sudhir, I did not understand your question. Okay, got it. Great. Okay, so now let me do it quickly for fourth one so that it will be over. Friends, this is only one time activity. Yeah, Sudhir.
Hello.
Yeah, Sudhir.
Yes, sir. Able to hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I could.
That is what. In fact, the formula we are not given in that data set. Like the data set is only having that random numbers.
Yeah, this data set is having random. See, the difference is here I have given the formula, but here if you go to the rule, I have directly referred to this cell. Okay, this cell. Now what I am trying to do in this case,
Yeah.
I am directly copied this formula and pasted over there. Both are one and the same, right?
Come again, sir. Sorry.
See, just for the understanding, I have written the formula separately here, just for our understanding.
Yeah, that's only for understanding.
This is
Yes.
only for the understanding. Otherwise, this formula, ideally, I should keep it into the formula bar of conditional formatting. So
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
see, even you keep the same formula in the conditional formatting, your result there is false only. If you keep this formula, your result there is true only. So if it is true, that referred cell will be, because I have selected this, right? That cell will be true. At the back end, the color will change. See, you need to understand the point here. Conditional formatting will not change the values. It only format it. When the formula is true or false at the back end, based on that, the selected area will change with the formatting.
Okay, okay, okay. Got it, got it.
Okay. So now for the fourth one, let us all try. What I need to do, the only change is instead of 3, let's keep 4. Instead of this Q1, let's take this Q1. Instead of this D, now let me take this D. I'm sorry. Instead of this D, let me take this D. Now that's all. Now this one, I can apply for the fourth one. Why all are false? Because it is 3. Let's put 4. It's not there. Let's put F, it is there. Now let me Control C. Now I am going here. I cannot write a formula here because already my data is there. That's the reason I'm going into use the formula to determine which values to format. Sudhir, you can mute. If you have any question, you can speak. Yeah, thank you. So this, let's go to font, let's go to bold, let's go to white. That's all. Now, as if you can remove, this is not there at all. Anyway, I'm not going to remove this, but this is just for our understanding and supporting column. Now you go and change anything here, everything will get changed. Now let's put 1. Now let's put 2. Let's put 3. Let's put 4. Now this is all. This is Q1. Now let's put this 3, this one 2, this one 1, this one 2, this one 3, this one, okay, C, this one Q2, this one maybe G, and this one may be all, and so on. Okay, this is the way the conditional formatting works. Now friends, when situation comes, I'm going to talk about advanced filter. That time your job is very easy. Data validation, again, the same type of things we take. If anyone having any question, please let me know. Now I hope everyone understood the conditional formatting. Okay. I'll give you the small assignment, very small assignment on this for the, not for the class, for outside. You can try assignment. Okay. This is just understanding the concept, nowhere relating to our practical case studies in our office. Just for the understanding the concept. How great you understand the concept. So someone raised the hand. Who's that? Aditya, do you have any question?
Sir, yes, sir. If we want to select the entire product, then we
Hello?
should change the formula, right?
Aditya, your voice is not
If you want
audible.
to select, hello, sir,
Yeah.
am I audible now?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Sir, sir, if we want to select all the products, then we should change the formula, right? Over there for conditional formatting.
Uh, Actually, I have not taken the situation here, all products, because it will not work in this formula. Why? Because we have a limitation in the array function. One array cannot be part of one more array. Okay.
Okay.
So that's
Okay,
the
sir.
reason I have not taken all. If you want to take all entirely, that is altogether a different formula. You cannot write this type of formula.
Okay, sir, got it.
Yeah. So now let me go here. This assignment is basically, I think yesterday I covered the offset. How many of you tried after reaching home at least, or maybe at your office? Did you get a time to look into the this one? Okay, no problem. Now let me take 20 columns. There's a data, right? Now let's take 15. This is what my area is. Existing area, let me take it into a gray color. Okay. Now let me put the borders, right? Now there is some random data is there. Let's let it be 0 to 5. Wonderful. Now friends, I'll put the reference. Let's say A1. Still there is a question. Aditya, you have a question?
No, sir, no, sir.
You raised your hand. Okay. You can.
Okay. It was already, I mean,
Okay, it's okay. Fine. Okay, fine. So reference, I think yesterday we have covered the offset function and we have taken one example also. That's a bank statement related, right? I hope everyone understood the yesterday's assignment, the bank statement. Let me just quickly open it where I have covered that. Yeah. Is it this one? Yeah, this is the one which I have covered. Okay, if you get a chance to look into this, please look into this again today, because this is one of the very important problem. We get it every time, and this is the way we can get the solution. Now, we understood the offset yesterday. It takes from the A1 or whatever the referent value, and it will, I'll tell to Excel how many rows it has to move. Now let's say this is random between 3 to, let's say I'll take some 0 to 4. Okay. Again, columns, I'll take same random between 0 to 4. Then again, I'll take height. Now equal to, I'll take random between again. Now you cannot put 0 here because height must be at least one row, 1 to 5. I'll take again column. Okay, I'll put equal to same 1 to 5. Okay, this is 4 into 5, 20. This is 5, right? Let's put 3. Okay, so that even if it is 3, if it is 5, 8 or maximum, that's all. If that is the case, let me put this also 5 and this also maximum 5. Okay, friends, now what I want, this, now let me copy paste this value. There's no meaning of moving these values. Vinath, yesterday you asked a question about what is the practical usage of offset. Hope you understood after that assignment, which I have given how to convert the bank statement description into one line. Vinata, are you there? Yeah. So it's basically when we need to understand a function, we should understand the objective of the function. The objective of the offset function is when there is a situation where you need to have a roll up thing. That means my range is dynamic based on other cells, then you can use that type of formulas. Now my question is, based on the selection of these four, it should select and tell me which area it belongs to. I hope you're getting my point. If I use the offset function, okay, for this equal to offset refer this, comma, this, comma, this, comma, this, comma, this. Yes or no? Now can you tell me what range it's going to take? From A1, take one row, one row down, two columns down, 1, 2, 5 rows from this point. So C2 onwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So C2 till G7 is my reference. Say it out. Now I'll put sum, close bracket. Now it changes because I have taken random again. Now you look into this from A1, 2 rows down, 1, 2, same point because 0 column, 2 rows. So this is what my answer is. Hey, how come? So 4 columns I have taken, right? So I think somewhere I went wrong, is it? So from A1, take from A1. Now let's take this. Take from A1. So 3, 1, 2, 3. This one. This point onwards, 2 rows, 4 columns. My answer must be 20. Surprisingly, it's not 20. Why? Oh, sorry. Let's take A1. Yeah, now you are correct. Now check it out. What is the answer for this? This is your answer. Check it out. Exactly 15. Now my question is, based on if I change these values, every time for me it is very difficult to see what is the total of this. Then again I have to go to A1, then 0, 0. So that means same place, 2 rows, 2 columns. It's very difficult, right? I want you should apply the conditional formatting. Back and it has to give me the area exactly which is totaling here. I hope everyone understood the question. This is giving me some answer, right? This answer is nothing but my sum function, right? That sum is having so many values inside, right? These values are coming from a range again. That range must be selected and highlighted in a different color here. I hope everyone understood the assignment. If you understand, let me know. Very important. If you solve this, consider yourself you are good with the logics of Excel. If you can solve this, because this is not that easy like this assignment. This is actually easy because nothing is there. We just need to understand 3 logics. This is little more, understanding the concepts of Excel. If everyone understood, please let me know. You understood the question first of all? So now A1 is constant. Don't change the A1. This is fine. Even if you want this must be relative also, you can do it, but that will become a little complicated. I'll explain tomorrow. But these two are dynamic. If I change those two, based on that, this should change automatically. Okay. Try this honestly today, and tomorrow let us see how Excel can give the answer. Very simple actually, this one also. But logically, you must be strong. Let me tell you, I think I have covered yesterday a couple of functions. Row function, column function, and the function. In this case also, you need to satisfy 2 to 3 conditions. When you want to satisfy all the conditions, you need to use AND function. Here there may be the relevance of row function. Yesterday I have covered what is the meaning of row function. And also there may be the relevance of column function. Yesterday I have again covered. Probably along with conditional formatting, these 3 are the functions you need to use. I have given the clue also. So please try today. Okay, let me save and close. This is the assignment for tomorrow. Now let me save and close. Okay, I'm just trying to cover a couple of functions and features one after other so that you can understand. Friends, I was very excited seeing one feature just released a couple of days back, names idea in 2019 version. Though it's not part of your Excel, I think idea is part of your Excel. Whoever using 2016 or Office 365, this feature is such a beautiful feature. Now let me take the data. Basically, what the data I'll take, I'll take the same data from conditional functions. Just want to share this with you. This is what the data I'm trying to take. Paste here. Okay. Now let's take random between 100 to 1 lakh. Copy paste special values. Right? So now idea is the feature. Friends, don't worry if your system is not having this, but earlier idea almost introduced into those Office 365 onwards, but there is a lot of relevance. It's not there in 2000. It must be there into 2019. No, then it must be into Office 365. So it must be into Office 365. Whoever using Office 365, then ideas must be part of it. Okay. For example, friends, how this works, let me explain you. Yeah. So this feature is when I have a huge data, especially when I am doing the forensic audit, maybe even in our office internal audit, or maybe just analysis with the data what I'm having. Once I click this, it will Excel itself will use its artificial intelligence, and it is started giving you couple of insights from your data. See, from this data it is giving you two insights: row label, sum of the values, that means amount wise and so on. This is not most exciting. Okay, this is not most exciting, but the most exciting part is you can ask a question about your data. Like for example, I want to know how many different companies are there here. 10 different companies are there. I wanted to know the question, top 10 company, top 10 amounts for company. Check it out. Are you finding it? Okay, you just keep the cursor wherever you want to keep it. Just insert this. This data will be inserted. Okay. So that's the way it happens. Or else you can even go in such a way, you can ask many questions because the data is small. We are not in a position to get so many insights. But I want year-wise amounts. Oh, year-wise, it's not understanding. Okay, this just they introduced it just a week back. It is still yet to stabilize. Year 2010. Yeah, the C. If you check it out, 2010, absolutely this is the one. Or else if I put just year amounts, no. If I put year of 2018, exactly. Let me just cross check whether 2018 is it the same amount equal to some function. Then what is the formula? Then multiply this column with, I think we have covered this. Then year of C2 colon C500 close bracket must equal to this 2018 close bracket control shift enter. Absolutely, check it out. 329212 329212. If you put year of 2017, it has given 290497 290. It's 2017, right? 290497. Okay, we just need to understand this language. They are trying to give in what format you should keep. Okay, then probably company with highest individual out of this is what the highest one. Top 10 amounts, top 10 amounts. These are the top 10 amounts. Or else I want to know company for amounts. Sorry, company for area. I think it should understand. Yeah. How many combinations are there? It has just given. Okay. So this is very beautiful, especially for the people who just want to get a quick insights from the data. Earlier, Microsoft used to have a Power BI at the back end, business intelligence, where people can give natural language process. So they can just put the questions in English language that can automatically give you the result. But they are trying to get the same thing to our Excel, and I read the document on ideas. They are very clear. In future, they would like to come with this concept thoroughly so that it can because these things initially we just need to understand little, okay, in which is the most common area. Okay, so east, which is coming 125 times. So this language, you should be little clear. Once, probably this may take little time. Once you understand this, and I'm sure Excel can easily give you the result. Okay. And my data is not very huge. That's the reason only these questions. If you have a huge data, then you can understand how many different types of combinations you can work. Okay. That's the beauty of these ideas. Amazing. And I'm sure this can change the entire, okay, background of, okay, analysis. Now let me run this idea, and either you can ask the question, or else even it will give you by default couple of things you can take out of this. Anything is fine, right? Now, or else can I ask the, for example, for this data, let me put something like this. This is an outlier, right? I think I can ask even the outlier the question. Outlier. No, it did not understand. Is the spelling correct? Amount outliers. No. So the questions must be like this. Okay. So I'm sure in future they'll come, because this is for the people. You may not find it even you are using 2000 ideas. You can find it, but this feature of asking the question you may not find it, because mine is as I told you, Office Insider, because we people will just give the uh, feedback to Microsoft, because this is like a beta version before releasing to everyone. They release to insiders. Based on that, it works. Which fields interest you most? So you can just select it, not a value. Just you can understand what it is, and automatically it can understand based on that, and it can give you the result. So it is just changing every time. Yeah, if you observe, oh, wow. Now let me show you. Because I kept this, now when you go to ideas, earlier it has not given me the outlier, right? Now check it out. See, amount as an outlier on date so on so so on so. Okay, and also it has given south is something very bigger with compared to other. Notice area south has noticeably higher amount. This is what the insights I'm talking about. Okay, so when I put this one, maybe 2, this is also out there, right? Now when I go and ask Excel to run the idea for this data, okay, it must even, okay, consider somewhere. So because it predicts the data, and it is like our flash fill, but it is much more beyond the flash fill. And let me cover another one more feature which is very interesting in the recent development. Uh, Let me just give me 1 sec. Just give me 1 sec. Have you tried data types anytime? Especially Vinat, for you, it may be most interesting, because what Excel has introduced, I'm sure this must be with everyone who ever having 2019. Vinat, this feature also may be available with you. When you go to the data, right? When you go to data, are you finding in the data type stocks and geography? This only works when you connect to the internet. What this feature does, when I take this, by looking into these features, we can predict how Excel is going to work, okay, future. Once you select this data, this is cities, right? I've taken so many cities in India. Now, when I ask Excel to connect this to the geography, now are you finding in the taskbar converting to linked data types? It is converting to backend Microsoft data server, and each and every value is trying to connect to a value. Now, are you finding this symbol? This symbol means it has already connected. Ghaziabad Excel is not in a position to understand because maybe somewhere the spelling is wrong. Now let me select this. This is the Ghaziabad. Now population, there's no word names population. So there's no city calls population. Let me remove this. Now state of union territory, there is no item. Now everywhere it has connected. Aurangabad, even it's not in a position to understand. I think this is what the Aurangabad which I'm talking about. So let me select this. It's not there. I think yours is not 2019 if that is the case. Is it 2019 for sure? Yeah, if that is the case, you'll not get it. But just understand what I'm trying to talk here. So again, this is not there. Okay, this population is something which is wrong. Okay. So I think remaining all cases, it's working. Wonderful. Now what happened? Earlier city was there. It had just select it has, when I asked Excel to click connect to the geography, it has given me a small card. If you click this card, it is giving you from the Wikipedia or maybe from the Bing of Microsoft, the entire statistics are what it is. Okay, so it's taken from a Wikipedia, power by Bing. Okay, so this will give you additional. This is just for the Excel. Okay, when we say that it's irrelevant data, then you can just report so that Excel at the back end keep on working to give the better data and qualitative data. Now the advantage of this is what now let me convert this into the tabular format. Now let me convert this into format as a table. Now let me take this as a table, headings. Now I want maybe the area. See, this is the area. Area, maybe kilometers. I want to know this is belongs to which country? All are India. I want to know this is belongs to which largest city. Anyway, this is the same city because there's no meaning. Mumbai itself is a city. That's the reason it is showing error. But Delhi is having a city, New Delhi, maybe. Okay, so latitude, yes. So it's not in a position to find the latitude for Delhi. So longitude, absolutely. Now I want to know what is the population as per the Bing it has given me. Now I want to know maybe the leaders are nothing but maybe the mayors. Check it out. Is it correct? I can confirm Hyderabad mayor. I don't know other people. Yeah, Hyderabad, it is correct. Arvind Kejriwal here is the minister, chief minister, because maybe Delhi is not having a mayor. Okay, see, beautifully, it is giving me so much of information. Time zones for all of us, it is Indian Standard Time. So, a lot of other information. If you see capital country description, okay, it's not there for this field. Latitude, leaders, longitude, name, okay, it's the same name, and so on. Now let me take the admin area. What is this? This is a Mumbai suburban district, Hyderabad district, India, Chennai district, and so on. Area, this one. Okay, this is belongs to maybe the state. Which state it belongs to? Why this is a field error? Because Delhi itself is a state. Maybe that's the reason. Okay, so n number of things. Excel is keep on working on this feature, and they clearly said very nearby future they'll allow people to customize. They'll allow for the users to customize on their own. How I can use this? Maybe in my company, I'm working with the ERP data. I want to connect this to ERP. I don't want to every time log in into ERP. Probably at the backend, ERP data is getting stored in the server. I can customize a small data type so that whenever there is a invoice number is there. Once I put all the invoice number, when I connect to my ERP, that has to give me all the parameters relating to my invoice, whatever the standard parameters which are available. That's what the beauty of this. Yes, sir. Have shared. I'll share this file. Don't worry. Uh, Sir, have you shared my Excel version on WhatsApp? I want to see exactly what is your version, then I can understand. Okay, I can check it out and I'll get back to you. Vinat. Okay, we'll connect a post session. Now this is about the geography. When it comes to stocks, now let me select this. Now this is more beautiful. Vinat, for you, because you are into more of share marketing and other thing, probably this must be very useful. I have taken only the Indian stocks. You can even take anywhere in the world. Listed companies only as of now it is providing. In future, it can go into even unlisted companies also for their address and other thing. When you connect this to stocks, mutual funds not in share market. Oh, there's a mutual fund, is it? I don't know. Let us see. I think it takes stocks. If you are more interesting on this, you can read the document on this in the Microsoft. Now it is trying to connect this one to the backend database of Microsoft, and very lively it will give you the data. Maybe the time gap between, yes, correct. So let it connect this one. I'm just trying to give you how dynamically the Excel is changing. Just to tell you as an example, I'm showing all this. Yeah. Now it has connected everything. See, Bajaj Corp. It's not understanding the name of this. Maybe it got unlisted. I don't know. Let me remove. It's not there. Now, no other. Everything got connected. Something not got connected. Bharat Fin. Why it's not coming? We don't know. Remove. And again, Bhushan Steel, I think they unlisted, is it? Maybe. Remove. Then I think remaining everything got connected. Wow. Now, earlier it was just a code if you observe. Now it's not the code, it is having so much of other information. Let me very quickly convert this into the tabular format. The advantage of tabular format is you can just click the button, otherwise you need to write the formula. Now out of which what I can get, I want to know what is a symbol of one sec. So I want to know probably the beta of this companies, or else I want to know how many employees of each company. Maybe I want to know the description of this company. That means this company is into which industry and so on. Let me decrease the column width. Okay, so now I want to know maybe the headquarters of this company. That means it has given me the complete address if you observe. Probably I want to know the price. If you go to the market, if market is open in next couple of hours, you go and cross check, absolutely it will give you the same. The difference between this and the difference in the live market maybe 3 to 5 minutes. For decision making you don't use, please, because every second is also very important to take the decision whether you want to buy it or sell it, but this can be used for the analysis purpose. So every time, instead of myself going into money control getting some data, I can simply take this data. Or else probably if you take maybe the P, you can get it. Or else if you want, you can see the previous year close or opening or official name, market cap, how much it is, you can just check it out. See, n number of ways you can use this. Or else I want to know the CEO. Is it available? Is there a CEO? No. Manager, director. I just want to see the name. Yeah, name. I don't know what is this name. Okay, name of the company. So I'm just giving you a sample how it is going to work. So shares outstanding, ticker symbol, volume average, year of incorporated. Let me open this. Okay. Probably you can understand tomorrow when this type of feature Excel allows for the customization. Our government can use it very easily. Actually, they can connect whenever we connect to the internet. This has to connect at the backend to the government server, so that GST related. Let's say if I want to check it out whether it's a genuine GST or fake GST, I can simply put a GST and I can drag it. Then it will give valid or invalid. Why I need to go to GST website, copy paste the PAN number or GST number, check it out whether it's a valid or not. As simple as it, so that it will be into the fingertips of the information. So I just thought of showing these two features which introduced in 2000 Office 365, and Excel is continuously working for the betterment to give a lot of information. Okay, but I'm sure this will change the entire fate of Excel soon. Okay, friends, conditional formatting today we have covered very elaborately, and we'll just give some break with respect to the features. From tomorrow, again, we'll come back to the formulas. We'll start talking about lookup functions. And in the lookup category, we are going to talk about VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, new function introduced. If you see my Excel, I'm having a function named XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP is part of our new Excel. Okay, so that will come. I'll try to explain if that been already introduced into this version. If yes, I'll explain the XLOOKUP, how XLOOKUP is more helpful compared to the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Once the lookup functions are over, text functions are over, then we'll talk about what if analysis, advanced filter, and so on. Friends, mostly I think my target is to complete by 5th, by next Thursday, because formulas and functions maybe next 2 to 3 days I'll cover. Then we'll talk about the features. Maybe that takes another 3 to 4 days, including protection. And then 5th and 6th, next, maybe 5th is my target. So we'll talk about macros and a little small coding. Okay, maybe it takes 1 or 2 days. Okay, anytime. Okay, this all just for the schedule sake. If you feel something, some of the topic you want me to speak, you can always come back to me. That's all for today. Let me just upload this material very quickly, and I'll just save that file also. Stocks and geography. Let me put this file as day 12. Yeah, I'll just go here. I'll just upload the material. Friends, please download the material before leaving. Today, just confirm. I'm sure today the material will come to you. If not, I'll send you through WhatsApp. Friends, how many assignment, how many questions you are coming up with? Okay, that much passion I can do R&D and I can come back to you. Okay, so please start asking the question. Tell me what are the challenges you are facing at your offices, so that we all can work together and give the better solution. So conditional formatting, let me upload. That's all for today. I think let it upload. So 21st one. I'll check it out, Vinod. I'll check it out, the recording of 21st. Which day it is? 21st means it was day number 9. Okay. I'll check it out. Okay. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, Vinod. Guys, please download the material and please check it out. Oh, now also you're not getting a option for the download? Oh my God. I don't know why. It must come actually. Can you guys confirm? No? Why? I'm surprising. No one is getting the option of downloading. How your user interface got different with compared to earlier? Okay. Okay, fine. Let me put in the WhatsApp. Okay, then fine. We can put in the